Sa ating top story, hindi na masaya o hindi masaya at hindi masarap maging Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Itong pahayag ni Pangulong Duterte nang tanungin sa homecoming ng San Bedel College of Law kung masaya ba siya bilang Pangulo ng bansa. Para sa kabuang detalye ng balitang yan, alamin natin mula kay RH48 Sheila Idubas.
Inamin ni Pangulong Digong Duterte na hindi siya masaya bilang presidente ng bansa. Sa homecoming ng San Bedel College of Law, sinabi ni Digong na kung tatanungin siya kung masaya at masarap ba ang maging presidente, hindi ang kanyang sagot.
Bedan President, I have a mouth that is not really courteous. Well, I'm sorry, ganun talaga ako. Wala akong magawa. Probinsyano lang tayo. Yan man ang lingwahe sa amin. But I can assure you that at least makita ninyo, number one is really corruption.
Alam mo, I've been trying to look at yung opisina nila, ang gastos nila. At mas marami pa yung consultants anak ng ubos ang pera, gobyerno nito. Sige, milking karaming consultants ninyo. Saan pa lang utak nito mga gagong ito yung... Ba't pa kailangan ng hundreds of consultants to... Ubos ang pera natin ito. That was really one of my misgivings. Reviewing but I was just keeping quiet until pumutok yung may namatay. But mayroon na akong naririnig. No, look guys, if I cannot trust a body that regulates the prices, kung magkano ang bayaran ni Juan de la Cruz, makakaproblema tayo niyan. If you give me a hint about corruption, and definitely just owned by a few families or ruling families dito sa Pilipinas, oligarchs, maybe not na inherited na okay lang yan. But limitado dito, tapos kayo corrupt, I will not be comfortable. So, nakita ko yung sordid record ninyo plus the questionable decisions in the past. I demanded for their signature. Say, ayaw nila. Well and good. Then I will ask Congress to abolish the positions. Then I'll just give it to the administrative body at first, then maybe we can, because I cannot be controlled by a department. It's a quasi-regulatory nga eh. It's a quasi-judicial body. Should not be under with anybody. We can recreate that immediately, maybe before the year ends. But nawala na ako ng gana doon sa ginawa nila. And it was not done in a manner that would... Hindi naman ako. I'm not against providing whatever, employment or enough money for this guy to make the day. But ang problema ko dyan is if there's an abuse of authority in these powers. So if I don't trust you anymore, I cannot. Tao yung nakataya dyan eh. It's the bulk of the humankind. Huwag na masyado yung mga mayaman, kaya niya yan. Problema yung mahirap, tapos nandiyan ka, tapos corrupt ka, magkakaproblema tayo. Now, this climate change, I really don't know what would be the result at the end of the day. But I am pretty sure that I just hope that the nations controlling the interest there, including the money that they will contribute to the common fund, of which I think we are not qualified to be in there, ayusin lang nila because pag hindi, magwi-withdraw ako. I'll be the first one. Ayaw ninyo. Because I'm trying to develop my country. I've been inviting everybody who has expressed their sentiment to invest here. And I am also being requested by most of my cabinet technocrats na mag-industrial zones ka. And when it comes to E4, with the regulations of the whatever that climate change nila, magkakadiferensya ako dyan kasi ayaw ko talaga. Do not, because, mabuti kayo. All those years, you're spewing a lot of poison in the air. Unbridled, unbothered. Nobody molested you because you were the kings at that time. And you were doing it for so many centuries. Coming dito would want even just, not in parity, but just as near where the development is. Kung pigilan ninyo kami, awa yan. Awa yan kasi ako kailangan ko with 104 million Filipinos. And we are the second fastest producing of human beings. We have to keep pace with. And then that's one thing that we cannot stop. That is the favorite pastime of everybody. Libre yan eh. Hindi naman energy ng babayad ka. So, we'll just have to adjust. Especially ako, lumang pare dito. Kasi ayaw rin kasi ng Katoliko eh. Dapat talaga niyan. Kasi kung bigyan ko ng ako doon sa Davao talagang pinipilit ko sa mga tao. So may mahanap ka trabaho, sabihin mo, ilang anak mo? 6. Buntis ka, buntis. Pag anak mo, magpaligid ka tapos balik ka sa akin. Ganyan. Wala, ayaw ko ng pati nagmimigay talaga ako ng sa ligate. Pati vasectomy. Pero walang takers ang mga lalaki. Because of that crazy notion that you will lose the erection if something there is cut unintentionally. Dapat nga lahat eh. Lalo, kung 6, 7, 8 yung anak mo, putulin mo na yung... that's a problem. I said, you have to keep pace with the problems of our country. Yan ang isa dyan. So now, in dealing with this kind of itong mga ganito, better be careful about itong malalaki. Ako ay mag-away ako, if I may just add, or additionally, itong mga, I was just into about months when I was being hit by extrajudicial killing. Meron talagang politics. You would kindly remember that even weeks before I took my oath of office, marami ng patayan. And I told you during the campaign that there are a lot of generals involved. And I even asked them to resign before kung manalo ako kasi there will be a magkagulo tayo. And so even before I became a president, there were already killings. They were really trying to purge everybody. May cleansing sila eh. It was not until after 2 months that we began the legitimate operations of the police. Yung mga encounters talaga. Yung nakita ninyo na binabalot ng we are not producing mummies in this country. Bakit balutin ko pa yan? Patay, barilin mo na lang sa ulo, iwanan mo. Well, these were the tortures and they were the one extracting information. Who knows that? Who knows where what? Yun yan sila. But too early itong Amerikano, first the Commission on Human Rights, tapos sindan ng mga State Department. Okay lang yan. When I was mayor, I was already known for, and I was investigated by, United Nations, no? There was a rapporteur, Philip Alston. Then a series of, yung asawa ni Samson, si Delilah. She was the human rights. She investigated me. She was the Secretary of Justice. She investigated me. She became a senator. She made the loudest noise about me. Wala. Kaya siya pala. Ganun. But what is really very tragic, I told President Arroyo, she was here, was that pinakamasama talaga is she was the Secretary of Justice and she was doing it all along. No offense intended kung believer ka kay Delilah. Pero